Moving on now, on World Population Day, India is projected by the United Nations to surpass China as the most populous country by 2023. As talk of population control started amid alarm bells, the politics also predictably did. Speaking on the occasion of World Population Day, Yogi Adityanath expressed concerns over the demographic imbalance in communities. He said that population imbalance in some communities is leading to chaos. He asserted that steps should be taken so that challenges of demographic imbalance shouldn't arise. Listen.
तो हमें इस बात को ध्यान में रखना होगा कि जनसंख्या नियंत्रण का कार्यक्रम सफलतापूर्वक आगे बढ़े, लेकिन जनसांख्यिकी असंतुलन की स्थिति भी न पैदा होने पाए। ऐसा नहीं कि किसी वर्ग की आबादी बढ़ने की स्पीड, उनका प्रतिशत ज्यादा हो और कुछ जो मूल निवासी हो उन लोगों की आबादी के स्थिरीकरण में हम लोग जागरूकता के माध्यम से, इन्फोर्समेंट के माध्यम से उसको नियंत्रित करके जनसंख्या संतुलन की स्थिति पैदा करें।
Union Minister Giriraj Singh too stepped up demand seeking a law to control population explosion. He says India has very limited resources to satisfy the rapidly increasing population. Listen in to the arguments.
हमारे पास जमीन पूरी दुनिया का बस 4% से भी कम है। पानी नहीं है। जब पानी नहीं है, जमीन नहीं है, तो आज जरूरत है भारत के अंदर एक ऐसा कड़ा कानून बने जो हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई, जैन, बौद्ध कोई धर्म को पालन करने वाले हों।
ये भारत के हर जागरूक विषय है, क्योंकि इसके साथ हम सबका भविष्य, सबका विकास। तो निश्चित रूप से इसमें सामान्य से लेके राजनीतिक दलों को दलगत राजनीति से ऊपर एक सही दिशा में कदम बढ़ाना चाहिए।
But why is there a need to keep the population under control? Let's decode why this is the need of the hour for India. Reason number one, 60% of Indians below World Bank's poverty line of $3.2 per day. Reason number two, less than 50% of India's population has access to drinking water as per the UNICEF. Reason number three, 195 million people in India are undernourished as per the UN. Reason number four, 47 million children, which means 4 out of 10 are undernourished. Reason number five, 73.9 million Indians are at risk from hunger by 2030. But the opposition and the hardliners reject the population explosion crisis. The opposition in fact says that this is just a lie which is being spread to divide people.
So this is just to polarize the society. And again I said that if they move the bill, no problem, but at the same time, where is the need?
It is their divisive rule, divisive policy of the BJP, and we all know that what is their motive behind that.
पर प्रभावी नियंत्रण पर बात देश के संविधान के दायरे में होनी चाहिए और देश का संविधान भारत के प्रत्येक नागरिक को समानता का अधिकार देता है, प्रत्येक नागरिक से किसी भी प्रकार के भेदभाव को निषेध करता है।
सवाल तो ये पैदा होता है कि चाइना इतनी बड़ी आबादी के बाद भी बहुत चीजों में भारत से आगे क्यों है। हर एक क्राइटेरिया देखिएगा तो चाइना आफ्टर बीइंग अ हाईएस्ट पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री स्टिल ही इन सेवरल एजेंडाज में वो भारत से आगे।
किसके क्या बच्चा पैदा होगा या नहीं होगा, ये सारे इख्तियारात अल्लाह ताला को हासिल हैं। इसमें बंदे का कोई अमल दखल नहीं है। तो ये शरई और मजहबी मामला है। इस सिलसिले में किसी मुसलमान से मैं ये नहीं कह सकता कि वो जनसंख्या पर नियंत्रण करे।
It's also very important to note that while the overall population growth between 2001 and 2011 has grown by 17.7%, there are 12 states and 2 union territories where it has breached this mark. Several states, in fact, where the growth is above the national average, which is 17.7%. Let's open this up and go across to our guest. We're joined by Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, spokesperson of UP BJP. We have R. Rajagopalan, he continues to be with us. Ishkaran Bhandari, a lawyer, joins us on the panel. We have suspended Congress Socialist leader Sanjay Jha on the broadcast as well, and Abbas Haider, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. I want to begin with you, Mr. Haider. Isn't population explosion the biggest concern, and stabilizing it the need of the hour for India? What is communal? What is communal about it?
See, the population control is an issue which society should work upon, and government can create laws, government can incentivize the people to control the population. But here what is happening in Uttar Pradesh today, what UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath ji was pointing, he was pointing to a particular community, which is totally wrong. And I'll also tell you that it is far from reality. The reality is from 1992 to 2015, according to a survey, the population, the fertility of the community Chief Minister of UP was pointing out declined from 4.2% to 2.6%. This is a reality. Now things are getting under control, but Bharatiya Janata Party want to politicize every issue. They want to make every issue, they want to use every issue as a tool for their political benefit. This is the question. Now if they, I think last year in September, Bharatiya Janata Party Law Commission,
because the Chief Minister did not name any particular community. He spoke about a demographic imbalance and he spoke about the need to stabilize it.
See, as far as the reality, as far as the surveys, as far as the data is concerned, there have been no demographic imbalances in the country from 1947 till the last census. So this is far from reality. He was just trying to make this issue a political issue for his benefit.
Mr. Haider, since you spoke about the Muslim population, we are also playing out data in terms of the growth, and still, it is higher than other communities as far as the Muslim community is concerned. Since you raised a question specifically about the Muslim community, take a look. There has been a dip as far as the growth is concerned. There has been a dip.
No,
but
I did not.
It is still more than other communities.
I have not named any community. I have not named any community. I am telling the community Chief Minister was pointing out. I was telling a data which is available everywhere. Now this is a reality that there has been decline in the fertility rate of that particular community. In fact, all the community. This is a reality. Now, if Uttar Pradesh government has not presented any data how to control population, what measure they have taken in 5 years, what contraceptive measures they have taken to control the population in that state, they have not issued any data. All the data they have issued is before 2017 when they were not in power.
Dr.
So first UP government should issue data, what measures they have taken till now, and then they should come up with such things. And the bill which was uploaded on the website.
Okay, sir, let Kaushal Kant Mishra come in.
What was uploaded on the website?
Let Mr. Mishra come in.
No discussion on that.
Let Mr. Mishra come in, please. Go ahead.
पहले तो जो मेरे दोस्त ने बोला कि कोई डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो मैं कुछ डेटा बताना चाहूंगा जिसको बड़े ध्यान से सुनना चाहिए. अकॉर्डिंग टू एक हमारे मिस्टर ओबैसी की पार्टी के स्पोक्सपर्सन थे, उन्होंने अभी 1951 का डेटा दिया जिसमें एक मिनट सर प्लीज
एक बार प्लीज उनको अपनी बात रखने दीजिए सर, प्लीज इंटरप्ट मत कीजिए. नहीं इंटरप्ट मत कीजिए, उनको अपनी बात रखने दीजिए पहले.
आप
नहीं, मुझे मिस कोट कर रहे थे इसलिए मैं करेक्ट कर रहा हूं. आई नेवर डिस्टर्ब एनीवन, सॉरी.
अरे इन टोटल आप ये कहना चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान में और उत्तर प्रदेश में मुस्लिमों का ग्रोथ रेट कभी हिंदुओं के ग्रोथ रेट से ज्यादा नहीं रहा. मैं उसके कुछ डेटा दे देता हूं आपको, ठीक है. जब 1951 में जब देश आजाद हुआ तो उस समय 4 करोड़ मुसलमान थे पूरे हिंदुस्तान में, जिसमें कि जम्मू कश्मीर असम इंक्लूडेड नहीं था, और आज 18 करोड़ हो चुके हैं. इससे आप पता लगा सकते हैं कि कितने % ग्रोथ रेट है. और कुछ डेटा दे देता हूं आपको. एक हजारिका कमेटी की रिपोर्ट आई थी, उसके अकॉर्डिंग इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद से जो हिंदुओं का ग्रोथ रेट है वो घटे हैं 4.27% से, और मुस्लिमों का ग्रोथ रेट बढ़ा है 4.48% से. यानी इंबैलेंस करीब 9% से हो रहा है. तो प्लीज जो बोलिए कम से कम पढ़ के आइए और सही डेटा कोट कीजिए. और यहां की बात नहीं है, अगर आप पूरे देश का एक बार देख लेते हैं तो जेवियर एंड भट्ट की रिपोर्ट यह कहती है कि बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन का जो ग्रोथ रेट था वो 10% था, और जबकि आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस ये ग्रोथ रेट 25 से 30% बढ़ गया। ये सारे साइंटिफिक डेटा है। आपने चूंकि ये बात की कम्युनिटी की, तब मैंने ये डेटा पेश किया, अदरवाइज हमारा कोई इरादा नहीं है। क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि देश के डेवलपमेंट के लिए पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल की पॉलिसी आज से नहीं है, इंदिरा गांधी लाई थी।
पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल मेजर्स की बात उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार नहीं कर रही है, या इसको लेकर के क्या मेजर्स उन्होंने लिए हैं? आई एम जस्ट अपडेटिंग यू दैट द गवर्नमेंट एक्चुअली केम अप विद अ ड्राफ्ट बिल। उन्होंने कहा कि हम एक कमिटी फॉर्म करेंगे, कंसल्टेटिव प्रोसेस होगा, जिसमें जो मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी के लोग हैं उनसे भी बात की जाएगी, उनका भी ओपिनियन लिया जाएगा, एंड दिस कमिटी विल गो टू ऑल द डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स विद अ स्पेशल फोकस विद डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स वेयर द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ मुस्लिम्स इज मोर देन 25%। तो एक कंसल्टेटिव प्रोसेस की बात उन्होंने की। हाउ इज इट टारगेटिंग वन पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी?
No, this is what I am saying, that, has any Muslim leader opposed this bill as of now? Has anything going wrong? No, the problem is why did UP Chief Minister need to point out on a particular community? And what
people are saying,
this is not as per Sharia. मैं जो कोट कर रहा था, मैं जो डेटा कोट कर रहा था, that was of National Health Family Survey.
आप नहीं कह सकते मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी से कि बर्थ कंट्रोल मेजर्स लें। ऐसे कई सारे रिएक्शंस आए सर।
मैं कह रहा हूं, आप साक्षी महाराज जी के स्टेटमेंट को भी तो देखिए। व्हाट he has said in 2015 that every Hindu women must produce 4 kids. What does he mean?
Whenever, if at all this law comes, first of all, if at all this law comes, and whenever it comes, Abbas Haider, ये सभी के लिए आएगा ना?
Now we should
ये सभी के लिए आएगा। How will that be targeting one particular community?
सबके लिए।
Will that not be enforced? Will that not be enforced on everybody?
That UP Chief Minister had to point out on a particular community. Why has he need to point out a particular
imbalance की बात उन्होंने की।
I have not named
demographic imbalance की बात उन्होंने की। The data shows the demographic imbalance। Demographic imbalance की बात वो कर रहे हैं। Data demographic imbalance दिखा रहा।
I was quoting National Family Health Survey and census based data. That data says that from 1992 to 2015 Muslim population
का ज्यादा है as compared to Hindu
has declined from 4.4% to 2.6%.
नहीं, आप सेंसस को नहीं मानते क्या? सेंसस को आप नहीं मानते क्या अब्बास हैदर? Okay, I want to bring in other panelists as well. Let me bring in Mr. Rajgopalan. Mr. Rajgopalan, are we actually, diverting attention from the actual issue here, which is population explosion, and ways that India needs to come up with for, a solution to that to control population? First of all, can we have a law on population control? Can this be enforced on people?
Swati, I want to make 3 quick points and end my argument. 2023, we are going to have a census. The coming year is going to be census, and Mr. Amit Shah has gone on record. It is going to be e-census. Even that will be objected by one of our panelists. Wait and see. Once that e-census comes, one particular community will make a song and drama out of it. Apart from this second point, Parliament delimitation is to be implemented in 2031. Now presently we are having 543 Lok Sabha MPs. Will Samajwadi Party, will Congress, will CPM, will opposition party agree for a delimitation? Because if they objected to the democratic imbalance what Mr. Yogi Adityanath has enunciated today, that means they are objecting delimitation, that means they are objecting census. Apart from that, last my quick point is, आज मुझे समझ में आता है योगी आदित्यनाथ ने जो डेमोक्रेटिक इम्बैलेंस का कहा, योगी आदित्यनाथ खुद नहीं बोल रहे थे, वो 1975 संजय गांधी का स्पीच रिपीट कर रहे थे। उसको क्या जवाब देंगे? 1975 तुर्कमान गेट याद होगा? 45 साल पहले सेम थिंग था। मैं तुर्कमान गेट में सामने जा करके देखा था, संजय गांधी का छोटा रिपोर्टर थे उस टाइम पर। नाउ Yogi Adityanath is reflecting what Sanjay Gandhi said, Indira Gandhi said, Rahul Gandhi's grandfather.
Okay, but Dr. Mishra, according to the census, जो अब्बास हैदर भी पहले कह रहे थे 2001 and 2011, अगर ड्रॉप या डिप इन पॉपुलेशन में बात करूं तो हिंदू पॉपुलेशन में 3.1% का ड्रॉप या डिप देखा गया, मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन में 4.7% का ड्रॉप देखा गया। तो ये जो बातें कही जा रही हैं बिना कहे, जो एक तरीके से कम्युनिटी आ रही है, टारगेट कह लीजिए या अंडर स्कैनर आ रही, aren't these apprehensions unwarranted?
देखिए, योगी जी ने किसी कम्युनिटी का नाम नहीं लिया। जब आज पॉपुलेशन डे था और उस पर अगर कोई बात कही गई कि अगर पॉपुलेशन एक सोशल समस्या है, सामाजिक समस्या है, उसको कम्युनल चश्मे से देखने की कौन कोशिश कर रहा है? हमने तो नहीं देखा, योगी जी ने भी नहीं कहा। जबकि सच्चर कमेटी एक तरफ कहती है कि सबसे ज्यादा इलिटरेसी उनमें है, सबसे ज्यादा पॉवर्टी उसमें है, सबसे ज्यादा इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी रेट उसमें है, सबसे ज्यादा एनीमिया का रिस्क फीमेल में उनमें है। तो अगर उनमें ये सब चीजें ज्यादा है तो उनको इन चीजों को ज्यादा समझना पड़ेगा, पॉपुलेशन को अवेयर करना पड़ेगा। यहां पे देश के पूरे अपलिफ्टमेंट की बात की जा रही है जिसमें हिंदू मुसलमान देख करके नहीं बोला जा रहा, पर यहां पे शुरू से होता आया है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी कुछ भी देश के लिए
कहते हैं कि लॉ लाइए,
के लिए कहा जाता है।
कोर्ट को आपकी सरकार, सुप्रीम कोर्ट को आपकी सरकार कह चुकी है कि पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल पॉलिसी की जरूरत भारत को नहीं है। आई वांट टू ब्रिंग इन संजय झा नाउ। संजय झा, कैन वी हैव अ पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल policy in terms of a law being enforced on the people, or will it have to be done in terms of, you know, awareness only?
No, Swati, if you look at the crucial data point, which is the fertility rate, you see that actually India's population control through, you know, democratic persuasion, through the Hum Do Hamare Do campaign, which was basically an effort to say, listen, this has to be voluntary, it has to be participative. And, you know, that is what really works. And it has been successful. If you look at India's fertility rate today, it's at 3. And the Muslim fertility rate has now come down to 3.4. And it is coming closer to the national average. So what the BJP and the RSS do is their typical vicious, vitriolic, divisive propaganda. Let me ignore that. But let me tell you the larger point. You can't have the cake and eat it too. You know, we go to Davos, the prime ministers of India have spoken at various international forums, and we sell the demographic dividend story. What is the demographic dividend story? That you got a very strong supply of talented workforce that can meet not just domestic demand but global requirements. And look at the problem that India has. That is the real issue the BJP should be focusing on, where there have been totally a monumental, disastrous performance. Look at the data. Only 43% of India's working age population today is employed. The number of women in the labor participation force is at its lowest, which means people are not even trying to look for jobs. Now, if you don't address your fundamental economic problems, you will go down and create, you know, talk of population. Sure, nobody wants a population that you cannot feed or take care of. All your data on malnourishment, etc. is justified. But the truth is, India's economy under this government of BJP has been substandard, has been subpar. It hasn't delivered. You haven't created the jobs. Look at the joke of the BJP, Swati, by one last line. Mr. Modi talks about creating 10 lakh government jobs. And this is the same party that came to power and promised the people of India 160 million jobs by now. This is the problem. We are missing the woods for the trees.
Yes. Firstly, obviously the government can bring the law. It can have incentives, disincentives if you have X number of kids. That is obviously possible. It's well within the realm and competence of the parliament to bring such a law. Second part, do we need such a law? The answer is very simple. We are the 7th largest country. I believe we are already the largest population in the world. We are already reaching that, and it's unsustainable. There is a limit beyond which you can't go. Third point, those who say that demography doesn't matter. Please read history. What was the reason for partition? Religious majority in particular area will go to one country. Religious majority in another area will go to one country. That is not prehistoric. That is what we and our grandparents have lived through. So please let us not have debates with our eyes closed. Demography does matter. What laws can we bring in India? They have to be uniform laws, so it cannot target any community. It has to be a law applicable to everybody. But it's disingenuous to say demography does not matter.
All right, Ishkaran Bhandari, I'll take that as closing comments because I'm completely out of time. As far as this debate is concerned, the opposition believes there's a Sanghi ploy. The opposition sees a communal angle in it when it comes to population control. The demand coming in from union ministers as well that there should be a law to stabilize population, to control population. But there is no clarity as far as the stand of the government is concerned. Yes, it told the Supreme Court there's no need at this point of time for a population control policy as far as India is concerned. Taking a quick break, thanking all the guests for joining us on the panel. Thank you very much.